We have been told to follow our passion. And if you think about it, it sounds so inspiring. I'm walking in my passion, I'm doing what I'm passionate about. It sounds so cool, it sounds so inspiring. But it could also be the reason many people feel stuck. Stay with me. What if passion doesn't come first? What if it's purpose? Purpose is meant to lead you and passion follows. So in today's video, we're breaking down the difference between purpose and passion. And if you stick with me and watch this video till the end, it might actually save you many, many years of delay in your life. Now let's also start with the two very obvious questions. What is passion and what is purpose? These two questions are what I know will be running through your mind right now. What is passion? What is purpose? Let's talk about passion first. Passion is that feeling of excitement when you're excited about something, a particular activity just gets you in cloud nine. It is something that you enjoy, something that makes you lose track of time, like you can do it on and on and on and never get tired of doing it. It's something that you don't think drains your energy. It's something that your emotions are tied to. For some people, it could be fitness, it could be coding, it could be music, it could be anything. That thing that gives you so much excitement that when you're called to do it, you feel happy. You never see it as a chore, you never see it as something that is demanding. You see it as something that gives you happiness, something that you can use to while away time. Yes, that is what passion is. And now the downside to this could be that you can wake up one morning and not feel excited about that thing anymore. You can wake up one morning and you're not excited about it. You don't feel like cooking, you don't feel like coding, you don't feel like doing music anymore. It's something that you can lose interest in. Doesn't mean that once in a while you're not passionate about it, but there are times that you just lose interest in it. You're not in the mood to do it anymore. And that's why you cannot rely on that thing for motivation. And that is also why purpose is important. Purpose without passion cannot work. So let's talk about what purpose is. Now, purpose is different. Purpose makes you ask questions like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? What is the reason behind this? How can this help someone? How can this improve my life? So there are many questions that purpose would make you ask yourself. Purpose most times is bigger than you. It requires a lot of sacrifices, and to be very honest, sometimes it doesn't feel exciting. It feels so heavy. There are many times that you feel like, should you really be doing this? When it gets to that point, then you know that it is purpose. Now let me give you an example that will help you understand this better if you didn't understand the definition. Imagine two people are doctors, right? One person became a doctor because he loves medicine. He just is fascinated by it. The other doctor, on the other hand, chose to become a doctor because he watched his mother or anyone close to him die due to poor health care. Now, these are two different reasons and two different driving forces. The first person is out of excitement, out of enjoyment, pleasure. The person just loves to do medicine, right? And the other person is driven by impact. He doesn't want that to happen anymore. He doesn't want the reason why someone loses their life to be because there's a poor health care or there's scarcity of doctors. So you see the difference between purpose and passion. And you want to know what the beautiful thing about purpose and passion is? It is that you can have both. You don't have to choose one over the other. You don't have to be a doctor who is dissatisfied with his job but just has to do it because he doesn't want someone else to suffer from poor health care. You don't also have to be a doctor because you like to be a doctor and there is no passion. Both of them can work together. Now, why do people never get to discover what their purpose is? We'll talk about this. I've written down some points, so I'm going to be looking at my phone for this part because I don't want to miss out any point. Now, the first thing is that they are waiting for lightning. Now, let me read down what I wrote. People expect purpose to arrive dramatically, and it usually doesn't. Purpose is discovered through action, not thinking, not waiting, but doing. We're expecting that something will just happen and you just find yourself fascinated by it. They're waiting for something to just happen and strike them and just make them feel good about it and make them just find out that that thing is their purpose. Purpose most times doesn't work that way. It's rather very slow burning. And another thing is that people compare their journey. Now, when you compare your journey to someone else and think that your purpose could be that person's purpose because you see yourself doing that thing that that person is doing, it could be a mistake that you're making when it comes to purpose. You see someone making 6 figures, 7 figures, or 8 figures on YouTube. You see someone living their best life traveling, and you imagine your life to be as theirs. You want your purpose to look like theirs. Purpose is personal. And if you keep comparing yourself to someone else, you keep wanting to be like someone else or wanting your purpose to look like someone else's purpose, you could be blinding your eyes to opportunities that could lead you to your own purpose. So comparison is something that you should totally eradicate. Take it out completely if you're trying to not make a mistake in finding out what your purpose is. Another thing that could be stopping you from finding your purpose could be that you're very quick to start over. And I don't mean this in the positive way. When you're very quick to stop doing something and find a new hobby, find a new task, do something else, you're quick to just leave things because it becomes tough. Then that way you are stopping yourself from finding your purpose. Purpose comes with consistency. It comes with staying true to it, even when things are tough. Staying consistent, staying rooted, staying determined to see that thing till the end. Remember when I was defining what purpose is, I explained that purpose has to do most times with being a source of help to someone. It's not just about you only. Sometimes it's about the people around you benefiting from it, the people around you being recipients of that thing that you have chosen to do with your life. Because the world is larger than just you. So you can't discover your path, you can't discover your purpose if you keep changing directions. No, you have to stay with one thing till the end. It doesn't necessarily mean that even when you're sure that that is not what you're meant to do, you have to just stay at it. I'm only just saying that you shouldn't be quick to switch lanes. You shouldn't. Always try to see something to the end before zeroing your mind on it and saying that that's not what your purpose is. Now, do you also know that purpose can lead to you finding out what your passion is? I know that this sounds surprising, and many people also find it very surprising, but because they think that when you're passionate about something, you build your purpose around it, which is good. But sometimes one way to find out what you're passionate about, if it doesn't come to you naturally, one way to find that out is knowing what your purpose is. Sometimes you become passionate after being good at something. Think about when you were in the uni, for instance. In fact, for some people, think about you getting admission to study a course that you didn't want to study. I'll give an example of the global Tammy. She wanted to study medicine, I believe, but she didn't get that. I think she had to study a different course. She wasn't excited about that course. She came out with a 2-2, that's the second class lower, and her life didn't end there. That led her to finding out what her purpose is in sustainable development. That led her to that. So for many people, you might think that your life is over because things didn't go your way, or that thing you wanted, you didn't get it. But it could just be leading you to your purpose. For some people, it could be a course. For some people, it could be a subject that they do not like. They don't like that subject at all. Look at me, now I'm working in credit management. Never would I have expected, because of how I don't like mathematics, I would not have expected that I would end up doing something like credit management, right? Or even having a passion for tech. Because those things don't look like they go hand in hand. You would think that I would most likely thrive in maybe literature, anything that doesn't have to do with core mathematics or calculations. But right now in credit management, I'm basically calculating the amount that a customer should be paying every month to offset their debts. That is my everyday thing, looking at what amount is feasible for them to do. So that's what I do. And in my free time, because I'm trying to switch to core tech in data analytics, you'd find me learning SQL, you find me trying to perfect my knowledge. Well, I won't call it perfection or perfecting my knowledge, but learning as much as I can when it comes to Python. These are things that I'm doing right now that if I had completely zeroed my mind on anything that has to do with maths, I would not be where I am right now. So your purpose could lead you to finding what your passion is. You can just be someone who knows and you're convinced that your purpose should be putting a smile on someone's face, making an impact, maybe sponsoring people to school. Knowing that you want to do that could lead you to your passion, and that could be where your passion lies. And this leads me to also say that your purpose isn't always your job. For some people, they are lucky to have a job in something that is in line with their purpose. But for some other people, it's different. So don't think that you always have to do a job that is in line with your purpose. Try for it, but if you can't get it, do not let that limit you from still living a purposeful life. Still always try to fulfill your purpose even outside your job. Now let me end with this. How do you find your purpose? I'm going to read down what I have written here. So instead of asking, what am I passionate about? Ask better questions. What problems makes me want to do something? What comes naturally to me? What do people consistently ask me for help with? And I think this is very, very important. If people are always coming to meet you for help in one particular thing, maybe they're planning a bridal shower or I'm talking about bridal shower because I remember my bridal shower some months ago. It's been 9 months already. Well, no, almost 9 months since I had my bridal shower. I don't know why that's the first thing that popped into my head, but yeah. Anyways, so if you're someone that people always meet to help organize something, to help plan something, that could be leading you to what your purpose is. And the final question you should ask yourself if you're trying to find out what your purpose is, if money wasn't an issue, would I still spend my time improving? Think about it. If money wasn't a problem, would you still spend your time trying to become better, trying to improve yourself? So in regards to purpose and passion, do not spend your life just thinking about what excites you, what gives you butterflies in your tummy. Do not spend your time just doing all of that. What gives you the spark? Purpose is beyond that. And if you're looking to live a life that is meaningful, I believe that if you're watching this video, that is the whole point. You saw the thumbnail saying purpose versus passion and you wanted to watch the video. It means that you want more out of your life. So I want to believe that you are the person that does not want to be ordinary. You're the person that wants to live a much more purposeful life. You don't want to live a surface level life. You want to do more with your life. So knowing that you're this person, don't rely on just sparks, excitement. It goes beyond that. And build your life around what gives it meaning. And thank you for watching this episode where we talked about purpose versus passion. And I hope that you enjoyed it and that you took one or two things from this video. I'm really hoping that I did not waste my time making this video, because the aim was to get to inspire someone or get someone to understand the difference between purpose and passion, so that you don't make a mistake that could cause delay in your life. So thank you for watching this video till the very end. And once again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It costs you nothing. The only thing you have to do is just click the button that has subscribe written on it. That's all you need to do, and you become a member of this community that I am trying to build. Till next time, bye.